Hello, let's welcome to the next problem statement. It is INTL-DA 17, retrieval of contact details of social media accounts of status profiles. In the last session, I discussed about the identification, how you can identify the areas of the crime-prone areas, first of all, then the identification of the social media uh, platforms, okay, like on where these groups are active. Okay. I'll be talking about retrieval of their contact details. When we talk about the contact details, right, it's not exactly you will be getting the phone numbers and emails, right? Because you need to have access to the social media companies, right, where exactly they're having their own accounts. Now, when we, like scrape data, one possible way is that we can scrape the data like we do in Flipkart's, Amazon's, while searching on through the or while learning the web scraping things, right? So web scraping is part of thing what we can do, right? But in some kind of context we can say it's illegal also, right? So in like in an idea to take up the phone numbers or email IDs of a particular person might be privacy theft, right? So for that reasons, you need to take permissions from the company. You need to scrape while scraping even the data. You need to, inform the particular company that for this purpose you are using this kind of a data and like so on. So okay, so I'm not using any scraped values or any scraped datas. Yeah, I'm uh, working on a real-time data, a research data set is there. Okay, what I'll show you today, that will be a research data set, but not exactly it will be from Facebook or like things. Okay, so it is being scraped by many of the researchers. Okay, on that data set we will be today working on. We will be possibly just trying to will be trying to locate the areas like on the maps. Okay, some dummy phone numbers, emails are there. Okay, what kind of groups are active? We have discussed about a lot of them. So we'll be looking much more here with the visualizations to understand that how we are going to work with this problem statement. Okay, so I'll be simultaneously working on Jupyter Notebook and the Google Colab as well, because we are having the high range of data now. We need to visualize it. So for visualizations, we require a good computer engine, right? So CPU is not going to work over there. So we'll be going with GPU or the TPUs because some graphics would be coming, and that's what we would be taking in here. Okay. So just a minute, let me get started. Okay. So I'm opening my notebook there. I'll load some data here. Okay. I will be uploading it first of all. Let me share my screen to you. Second. So I'm sharing my browser. Yeah. All right. So I'll be uploading some sort of data. Firstly, I'll be showing you here like what all extents I would be using, and also I'm going to show you some the data is what I have downloaded. Okay. So it's profiles I'll take later. I'll be first loading these two. So these two data, as you can see, are being uploaded here. It's in the uploadation process. Meanwhile, we'll first quickly come and load these things, import pandas, import numpy. And today I'll be using graphs. So I highly recommend that we would be using foliums today also, so as to identify the areas precisely on the graphs clearly. Okay, so import numpy, import the folium. I am having codes directly here. I'll be just taking it from this area because you can see like some maps would be created here. Okay, and that will be, making problems in that terms. Else everything is fine. Nothing is much more bad here. Like else everything is fine. The final data what we have made, everything what it is there, it's okay. Final data is, like is having no null values precisely. Like it's very less out of that. Okay. So these are the things in the previous session we have seen. Okay, the group skills and everything. We'll be looking now in the another format, and this is the data set what we will be looking forward here in this collab now. So I need to convert this final data also to a CSV, and we'll, let's say, terror data set. We'll write this as false. Final data set goes here to a CSV file, and this is where it is. Once again, let me first see. Terra data set. It's of 92.7 MB, as you can see. I need to download it. It's done. Okay. Basically, that is just coming in your downloads area. You are having it there in the, but still you are taking it. So let me okay. So meanwhile, I'll also load this data, which is a Terra data set. Okay, okay, 1 second. I need to make it a CSV. I guess it is not downloaded completely. It has to be named as a CSV file. And as you can see, the CSV file is of 92.7 MB, the same file. It's nothing more changed over there. So yep, it would be, and now let me upload. Why we are using Collab? Because okay, the runtime, if it changed, we need to change the runtime to GPU, okay, or a TPU, tensor processing unit, to let it go very fast. So, but GPU is okay. GPU is gonna take everything, so not very needed. Can work with this as well. We'll try to locate maps. First of all, our main focus today would be to locate the maps to identify the areas. Okay, the retrieval details, I'll be just giving you a dummy data set out of which we can just understand that how we're gonna take all those values. Okay, right? So pandas, numpy, foolim, and what all things in the beginning we have imported here will be just copied and pasted here. Nothing much we need to do. Same thing. It's like we need a good engine here, so I'll be using this one. It would be simply loaded. Okay, so the Terra dataset is being loaded now, right? So first of all, I'll show you this indent error, non-null, and the clean data CSV. So clean data CSV, I'll first show you that what are the parameters there in the clean data CSV. So I'll say you active or IDs active or IDs, like retrieved. So IDs what are retrieved could be PD dot read a CSV. Okay, I can share you this particular link where you will be actually getting from where I have taken the data. Okay, because this is a data set what I have been taking from a research paper. Okay, and you guys can go and just like have a search for the retrieval of the data, and you can just get it. After getting that data, you need to clean it. You need to go with a lot of things. Okay, to make it available to analyze, because a PDF file you would be getting, and PDF analyzations is very hard as compared to a CSV, right? So you need to convert it in Excel and then to go with all these things. Okay, so I would be taking this clean data. Yeah, and it's loaded. Loaded. You can see now how fast the data are being loaded. So retrieved IDs, I'll show you a head of 10. As you can see, there are the values. 1 second. Yes, I should close this one. Yeah. So as you can see now, there are the values of the IDs or the pages names, whatever what has been retrieved, some sample names, some phone numbers, okay, designation sources, affiliated with what, the types, the region, the category it belongs, and the name. So this research paper was having a very big data set, but I have taken only some 1,000 samples to make you understand that how you can retrieve if you are having any data set. Okay, so if you're having any norms of a data set, then in what context you will be actually locating your data. So name is there, category is there, region, type, affiliated with designation sources, phone number, and sample email. The phone number and sample email, these are the two columns what I have generated just to, like add up the things and make you clarify that how you wanna take it and how you can retrieve one information. That's a very simple pandas operations we'll be doing it. If you have a data, you can just scrape it from there. So, okay, so I guess that this file, if I just show you retrieved IDs dot the shape, you can see I'm having 1029 samples and out of 8 columns. So you can see the category what it belongs. All the categories what I have taken is of a terror. Okay, but we'll see it also that if we just go for a terror category, sorry, a category, and just go to identify the value counts. We'll see we are having some 7 unknown categories and 1022 terror categories. Okay, out of which like you have type that is media wing affiliated with ISIS. Okay, Islamic State, Lakshar-e-Taiba. So in the previous sessions, I have made you known to what are the common groups. If you remember, what are the common groups we have covered, that the common groups what attacked, on the respective countries. So if we are talking about the India, right? So we have seen like these are the groups, okay, which has been targeting India and has been killing people's, just killing the citizens over there. So with this context, like here also you can see some same group's name, like Lashkar-e-Taiba is there written, right? If any spelling things or anything is else, it's fine. Like you can see Lashkar-e-Taiba here is also, right? So what we can do is, we have seen that this particular ID, this particular ID have been like here, from here we can see that this particular ID is of terror category, locating from Pakistan, okay, like affiliated with Lashkar-e-Taiba, okay, designation sources what we are coming is like SDGT, right? I'm not gonna go in very detail with all these. It's just what I'm just it's a confidential data, but still let's just go and just overview with this, right? Okay, so you can just see that this particular ID is being like affiliated with this particular group, and this group is actually, you know, in the third most important and the third most common group, which has targeted India and killed over 1,000 citizens. Okay, so that is like what I said, that all my sessions would be interconnected, as I have been only targeting over the crime areas, the terrorist profiles, the identities, and all. Okay, so this how we have retrieved it, if you know this one, only then you can just understand and equating with these all things. So we would be targeting here that what are the affiliated groups here. Okay, now let's just see the retrieved IDs affiliated with, and then check the value counts of it. So now, as you can see, the unknown group is there, which is again affiliated with, like there are IDs which are affiliated with unknown group, and that for 258 times. There are IDs which are affiliated with Islamic State for 288 times. Okay. So we are not here to target any region, okay, any religion, any caste. We are not targeting. We are just finding out what are there in the data set. Okay. Our motto is just to find it out that what are the groups and how they are interconnected in these things. So I'll take the first 25 common groups, and you can see there is a Taliban group, there is a Lashkar-e-Taiba group, what we also had in our previous data set, as you can see. Okay, you have JEM, which is the most like common as we see. Okay, so you can see like Jaish-e-Mohammed here is also it's working. Okay, so we can trace, or we can just get the IDs. After getting it, you can now then work on their IDs to identify the things. Okay, you can see it's Hizbul Mujahideen. So you can take it from here. Any Hizbul Mujahideen terror attack has been done on India or not, right? It will find it somewhere. It would be there, obviously. H. So see, this HM Hizbul Mujahideen has targeted India and like killed 467 citizens. Okay, so there are different groups who have been targeting and how they have been working on this. And this is like I've only taken 1,000 samples. The data set contains around 1 lakh samples. Okay, so you can now locate. Now, if you want to see that how many out of this data set, if you want to see how many IDs are there who are affiliated with Taliban group. So what we'll be doing is, we'll be just going with retrieved ID. Now we'll be putting the conditions. So retrieved IDs and simple, once again. We'll now look on to the RT. Retrieved IDs, and will only check up affiliated with equals to Taliban, because those are our most common values. If any of the values match, that's okay. So the IDs what are affiliated with Taliban, you can see these are the IDs. You only want the names, so you can just only retrieve the ID names. So these are the IDs: Al Ghazi, Al Hizrat Studio, Al Muhammad Media, Smooth Magazine, Answer Media. These are the IDs which are affiliated. Now they can be, as I said again, they can be a media company. Okay, they can be a news company who is posting the contents that these kind of terror attacks has been done. That does not mean that they are terrorists, right? So you need to identify exactly that if a news channel, if a media company is even posting the terror attacks information, so we can obviously find terror keywords there in that particular ID, but that ID does not means that ID is a terror group ID. Understood, right? So you should be very specific. Once you have got the ID, you just go and check it out first of all. That's the thing. So I have retrieved, like with Taliban group, these are the IDs, these are the pages, or these are the groups, okay, which have been located in this particular terror organization. So this terror organization Taliban, as you can see, if we see the complete detail of what is it, if it is of India, yeah, this is of only India, I guess, right? So if you see this of complete world, so Taliban group like has killed around 45,000 people. Okay, this group has killed around 45,000 people. You check the DF, 45,067 people. And these are the IDs what I have been located. Okay, what I have located following or affiliated with the group of Taliban. Now you can locate if you are having any kind of, if you are having this locations, you are having these areas, you can take contextual help from this data set to make it understand. Okay, then you have an unknown group, then you have LTTE, L Shabab, okay, then again an unknown group, okay. So majorly you can see these are the countries what have been targeted very highly, okay. And if I can show you once again, TF of group of head, if I did this, don't take head. If I again take some 25 common. So now if you just check up this particular thing, you would be getting something good, okay. So it's a national security hackathon. Hmm? And if you are taking these topics, you should be very specific what solution you are giving. Don't give any fake solution, okay? Because it matters for country. Okay, now group is there. Country values is, sorry, country names are there. The kills are there. Okay, now you can see the particular group's name working or actively doing in these particular countries. Okay, all right. Okay, let's come up to our data set here. Now, with these, like I have shown you that they have been locating in this. Okay, now how many groups are there? ISIS. You all know, like here in this category, we have an unknown group working out there. So out of one unknown, you know what are the exactly details. ISIS would be there, which has been the most actively terror organization, everyone knows, right? So what we will be doing is we will be taking details of them. Like we will be taking the IDs what are affiliated with ISIS. So there are these much IDs what are what exactly like located with ISIS. Okay, some of them are mostly like if you just see, most of them are actively locating from which area? One second, let me just make you see much more clearer. Most of them are actively locating from South Asia. From Pakistan to Afghanistan, Pakistan one, and that's common, right? So everything, this Afghanistan, Pakistan, these all exactly where it comes, like almost in Asia, you say, or not almost even like these all comes in Asia. Now let it be a South Asia, let it be a North Asia, wherever you are taking it, right? East Asia, anything. This belongs to Asia, right? And this, if you are just focusing, oh sorry, this was for the Taliban. If you just go for search for ISIS, the ISIS is mostly targeted through Western Europe. Okay. And everyone knows like country coming in Europe. See, countries in Europe. So Europe, as you can see, this is the area. If I can just show you the maps, you would be getting it clearly. Making good map over there. Yeah, this is fine. It's very less, very small. Is this okay? Yeah. You can see the country is like not, they are not the country names. Yes, here it is. Spain, France, Germany, Poland, Ukraine. Okay, you have all these countries. So this ISIS is like it's showing in the data set that is actively working from the European countries. Okay, so let's go back to our data. Let's understand more on this. We have very less time to discuss on this particular topic. Like understanding it, retrieving the details are a very, major task. Okay. For Lashkar-e-Taiba, if you are checking, there are groups, we are not targeting even one country. Let me say, like, if anyone makes me wrong over there, like, okay, we are not targeting any community, we are not targeting any country, we are not targeting any kind of religions or caste. We are just focusing on what kind of data we are having and we are going on analyzation with that. That's it. Okay. Don't think if you are doing this is wrong. Okay. So retrievals, you should be proud that you're working for a national security hackathon. Okay, let's say the affiliated with IDs, checking up with this. Okay, so we got some details for Lashkar-e-Taiba group, and we have Abdul Hamid Shahabuddin, then Asma Money Exchangers, Islam Fighters Media, welfare of okay, there is a welfare group, welfare and development organization of Zamaat something. If I can just take it, the last one, like 962. Let me see. This is coming. It's just interesting. 962 is having key error. One second, one second. It's yeah. 962 it is right. So single positional index is out of bounds. 1 minute. Well, it's not coming up there, and it's like we can take it from the tail value. Name you are getting. Last one is actually interesting. You are having like, see, if there is a data set, okay, if you have if you have scraped it, because if you are working legally on that, you can get it like a phone number and a sample email or whatever things, their post, their contents, everything. And as previously also I've said that Facebook have denied the permissions to give you the data. So make sure you don't take anything because they are filing cases for this. Okay, if you take data without their permission, this is wrong, right? Obviously wrong. Okay, so that's not to do. Okay, welfare and development. So I can just take a name of this, and it's welfare and development organization of Zamaat. I don't know what kind of development organization it is, but associated with Lashkar-e-Taiba, and it's an development organization. Great. Okay, fine. So I'll be straightaway, looking forward to the most categorical values. Like you can see, it is how these things are actually located. With Islamic State 288, with unknown 258, with Islamic Revolution. So you can just make a contact. You can just make a relation between all the values attacked in the countries and these data sets. These things. You can get a link to it. All right. Now, it says a warning that I'm not using a GPU. Obviously, I'm not using now because I have extended this for plotting. Okay. So now I'll be just coming out with the IND data sets. I'll be taking this Indian data sets, what I have loaded. The terror data set is a different thing. I'm not loading the terror data set. Okay, let's just take that also. Or terror data TD, I'll say TD to it. And I'll say this PD dot read underscore a CSV. This for only for an Indian data set. So this would be a terror data set. Let's read it. It will take some time. Yes, great. So TV dot head, if you just see, it is having, okay, if I just take you to shape of this, it is having 2,01,183 rows over 26 columns. So if you remember, I was having 135 columns, what I have summarized in 26 columns. So I'm not going to, okay, this time I'm not going to take all the datas, okay? 1 second. Okay, so TD shape we are having, all right. So we would be now working through it. Let's see like how we can plot the values of this particular terror organizations and all. Okay, so I'll also load this Indian terror non-null organizations. I'll just take this ITD or like whatever names I have been mentioning in here, the same codes I'll be taking obviously, because here maps are somewhat extend to like to very difficult to plot it. So because there are various locations, 13,000 locations to plot it. Okay. Now let's just see. So I'll load this IND data. I'll say IND equals to PD dot and we'll take this non-null because it's not having any kind of null data. Okay, so I'll take it now as an IND. Okay, I'll take it as an IND now for showing you that what is this data. And I'm sorry, it should be a CSV file, and yeah, but it's good to go. So you can see like it is having completely India details only. Now what I'll do is I'll plot all the values. I'll plot all locations of attacks in India. Okay, so I'll take this code there. I'll take first the locations, what I'm having, and let's execute this. Yep, done. So now we are gonna make the map and you are going to see like how this works. And we are now with the map. And it would be a wonderful map actually. Let it first execute. So this would be the areas where exactly the attacks has been done. Okay, we have located the particular IDs. These are the IDs affiliated with this particular organizations. Okay, and taking the also like we are comparing it with the organizations which had attacked in India or in several countries, but that's okay. Now where in this particular in India, if they have attacked, in which regions they have targeted. So let me zoom it out. Let me zoom out more precisely to it. Because there are a lot of pointers due to the latitudes and longitudes we were having. This is the map what we are getting. It will take some time, okay? I guess up to 1-2 minutes to plot it completely, and that's our final stage what we are moving forward with this now. Okay, and this would be my last topic for this particular Manthan training. Okay, so if you need basically to understand retrieval of these contact details, you need to go with my first session, what I have made, that is the identification of crime prone areas, because from the first day I have been targeting with one data set, and this is completely, let it load first of all, I'll then tell that this is going to be the complete locations for the attacks what have been done. Okay, however, I guess I would have made it to a TPU engine. Okay, because data are loading very slowly. If I can just go through this. So you can see now, guys, 13,000 attacks on this particular map. See, I don't have very much time now because the time limit is very less for all the problem statements to make you clear. Like these statements are a vast domain. We are here to give you an idea about how you can work on this problem statement and what reaches you can go through. So this is like a map which is just showing you that what all areas are there where we are actually targeting these stuffs and how it is working. Okay. So I guess that these things are clear to you. Okay. And I believe that if you are focusing on these problem statement related to the terror activities, you would be coming possibly with a good solution. Okay. So this is what I have shown you, that how you can use to find it out, what to find out the locations of India only, just the cities we are targeting. Okay, we are targeting all the cities. If I don't target the cities, I can target the states. I can target any of the values. See, if you just see the data frame, I am targeting the city. If you don't want to target a city, you can target a state respectively. Okay, so that will be actually having a different map. If I just copy it, and 1 second, yeah, I need to paste it through this, because those are actually having a lot of pointers. So if we just make it smaller while giving not in the city and as the state, let's execute this. Now let's just see what we get a map. You would be getting exactly like the areas where the attacks has been done, and that would be better. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, I guess now we would be getting the graph for this, the plotting. And yes, it's plotting, it's plotting. I think it's have been plotted. So that is all from my side for this particular training session. And I believe that everyone who is targeting this particular problems statement, only 1 day is left for you to just complete it soon, right? So simply just go and submit your solutions, submit your ideas you are targeting in, and that's all from my side today. Okay. So let's just see this, then we'll end this session. Because let me complete this particular map. So you are connected, you're not using GPU. Still it's saying not using GPU. However, if I just make this code shorter, it's not coming actually. Now it's okay. So just a minute, let me just make it minimized much more. I guess if you guys are working on this, you can take it TPU engine. It would make it much more faster than this. Anyways, it will take time. I think we have another sessions planned too. Okay. So I guess this is all for today. Okay. And I believe again that you would be coming with great solutions. If you have any doubts, if you want data sets, any references, if you want, just text it down in the comment area or email, right, in the to the respective authorities, and I will be glad to get connected with you. And now it's showing that page is unresponsive, so let it keep it for today. Okay. All right. So good luck. All right. Jai Hind.